So this is going to be a reading for my Leos. Thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be for October 19th through the 21st. And I'm going to do this reading a little bit different. I have some oracle cards that I feel so eager to use in these readings. So we're going to see what they have to say in terms of the messages. And of course, this is still general. So take what applies and leave the rest. If at any point you feel like you need clarity, I definitely would suggest getting a personal reading. But let's go ahead and see what's going on here. The first card I want to address, we have being true to myself. And on the back of this card, it says, today I will honor, cherish, and love myself when I get confused about what to do. I just have to remember that I need to be true to myself. I will break free from the hold of that others and their expectations have on me. So with this card, there's a need for you to make sure that you guys are being true to yourself, regardless of who you're trying to appease, what feathers you're not trying to ruffle, who you're trying to keep in your life. During this time frame, there may be a moment where you guys are going to have to choose between you and other people, where you may have certain individuals in your life who kind of just take advantage of your energy and not really replenishing it. So, for example, you guys could have been bending backwards for a particular romantic connection, and you haven't been being true to yourself in regards to that, because you've been doing everything that's out of alignment with what your boundaries are. And you've been letting somebody bypass your boundaries for the sake of liking them. Or some of you need to be more true to yourself in terms of career direction. Do you really feel connected to the things that you're doing career-wise, or are you doing it because you feel like it's just going to make you money? That may be why some of you guys could be dreading a business idea, dreading a career direction you may have taken, because it may not be something that you really feel connected to. It just may be more so like, I know I'll make money from this. Okay, let's keep going. These two cards came out together, so I'll just take them. It says, my intuition is the perfect guide. And on the back of it, it says, trust your gut. There is nothing more reliable than your natural instincts and intuition. Open your third eye and allow it to lead you through the day and in decision making. You are being divinely guided. And we also have, I am a magnet for loving kindness. And it says, intentionally send gratitude and goodwill out into the universe, and you'll soon find that you're attracting loving kindness into your life. This will create an environment that is a safe space, for vulnerability and an opportunity to nourish the authentic connections that come your way. So listen to your intuition during this time frame. You guys need to make sure that you understand that in moments where you have a gut feeling about things, there's a reason for why. And you can navigate yourself out of some really messed up situations by being self-aware. Now let's look at these cards. We have starting fresh, a wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. We have giving birth, I'm bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world. And we have sharing yourself. I am incredibly, what does it say? I'm an incredibly generous being, So a lot of fresh energy, a big focus on new starts, new approaches, putting yourself out there so that you can attract. Okay, let's lay some cards out and get deeper into the reading. Leos for October 19th through the 21st. A big focus on personal happiness during this time frame. Okay. So let's go ahead and discuss what's going on. So the personal or the situation you're going through at the moment, we have the 8 of Cups. So this is you being emotionally upset or not content with how things are going. And this is you realizing that you kind of want to take a step back from something to either gain more information on what you need to do differently or to kind of gather yourself emotionally. You could be just finding yourself in an emotional rut that you guys are having to kind of like pick yourself up from because of, well, why is this Eight of Cups here? The Chariot. So yeah, you guys want forward movement in a business, in your career, in a relationship, and you could be feeling like the only way you're going to get there is by moving forward and kind of learning from your mistakes, which is good. You guys are having a perspective of, let me learn from my mistakes and let me do things differently, which is definitely important. Now, your recent past, I have the Nine of Swords. So you may have been very anxious, overthinking things, over processing things. There may have been a particular subject, person, situation that may have been replaying in your mind, and you were having a hard time coming to terms with how things may have left off, or just things were eating you up in terms of things you want to say, things you want to get off your chest, things you want an understanding on. Some of you may have also been dealing with someone who themselves was anxious when it came to dealing with you, trying to build a relationship with you. And it could have made you feel like, well, dang, what's the problem with me? Now, when it comes to the near future, I have the Seven of Swords. So you could be trying to avoid someone or something like the plague, essentially. You could be also really tired of like lies and cheating that may be happening within your relationship. It may be where you guys are kind of doing it to each other and it's becoming really toxic and weird, honestly. You could be tired of someone who you have children with avoiding their responsibilities. So you could just be all together deciding to not give them energy either. It's a multitude of things here. Also, whatever you may have been procrastinating on may come back around and you may have to deal with it. Whether it's like a bill, whatever this may be. But what I have for outside influences, I have the Ace of Pentacles. So your desire for making more money, to get further in your career, your desire to have structure in your life, stability. That could be some driving forces in regards to the moves that you're making. But mainly what may be influencing your actions is like your need for more money or a need for stability in certain connections that you have. Now, what I see for, what is this? Dang, I had a brain fart. What I see for actions you should take. With the Eight of Swords, this is coming out of this view or this understanding of being like stuck to a certain circumstance or situation. I think that what may be the problem is you're struggling with the thought process of thinking that you're stuck to a certain situation or outcome and that there's nothing that you can necessarily do to get out of that. That may be causing a lot more problems for you than anything. And yeah, you may be in an uncomfortable situation where you have to make a choice you don't necessarily want to make because you care about somebody or you have a lot invested in a particular situation, but it's still an illusion that you're stuck to a particular situation where you're not. And once you get that understanding, then you can make moves after that. But the challenge you may be experiencing with the King of Wands, this could be another fire sign, or this could be yourself. Or this could be like anger, you being irritated. Some of you could be taking the Aries full moon the wrong way. And there could be like slight resistance with necessary changes that need to be made. This could also be like the sexual energy within like your connection. It could be a little bit dry, or you or this person are having a hard time engaging with the other individual because of like cheating or you guys not being in the best space with each other. Also, being motivated, like consistently motivated during this time frame, is a little bit hard. But outcome, I have the Page of Cups. So this is you recognizing someone for who they truly are, in terms of them still being immature, still not in a space to where they can really give you 100% of themselves. And a lot of you recognizing that you guys may be slightly in puppy love with somebody. A lot of you will also be exploring other opportunities, like career wise. But you may be finding like little gigs here and there. Nothing that you're really too fond of, per se. But these are some of the things that I see. I hope that this reading was helpful for someone out there. If you did connect with this reading, definitely thumbs the video up and subscribe. If you want to see my other channels, or see my other type of content, check out the information listed below in the description. And I will see you in the next one.